Hey guys, what's up? It's Josh. So I hope you guys had an awesome Christmas. I'm currently filming this video in between Christmas and New Year's. So I hope that you guys had an awesome Christmas and you guys have a great New Year's. I feel like this video is gonna be the first one going up in 2021. But as you guys can see by the title of today's video, we are talking to all of you guys that are introverts. I think that it's really interesting to if you realize that you're an introvert, there's a lot of different things you do compared to people that are extroverts. And I think that it's important if you are an introvert to realize those little things that you do that are a little bit different. And when I was growing up, I felt like I was more of an introvert. I didn't like getting into big groups of people or talking in front of people. I would lose my breath. I would get pretty anxious and I just didn't really like it. So in today's video, I just thought it would be kind of interesting to talk to you guys about 4 different types of introverts so that you guys can decide which one you are. Now, also before I start today's video is sponsored by my friends at Hoover. They got me this awesome new vacuum called the Hoover One Power, and it's cordless. It's absolutely amazing because you guys know that I have Rick at home. He sheds so much, and we also have a dead Christmas tree in our living room right now, and it's putting needles all over the place. So the other day, I got the vacuum in the mail. All right, there it is. Okay, so we just took it out of the box. Here it is. Pretty cool. Looks like a vacuum. Inside the box, we also have the charger. This is what charges the battery because the Hoover One Power is actually charged with a battery. So that's gonna be really good to use. We also have some extra bags in here, which are gonna come in handy when I run out of bags. So we're gonna put this in here, get it all charged up, and then we're gonna try the vacuum out and see how well it does. So with Rick, the Hoover vacuum definitely helps a lot, and because it has 2 batteries, I never am running out of battery and can't use it. Now we're gonna try it out. So if you guys want to check it out, I'm going to have a link in my description. It's an Amazon link. You guys can get it straight off Amazon. Super easy. It ships super fast. Go click it. Go check it out. With all that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. And here are 4 different types of introverts. And at the end of today's video, I want you guys to tell me which one you are. All right, so the first type of introvert that I want to talk to you guys about is called a social introvert. I feel like a lot of you guys might be like this because I felt like this is what I was more like. I really liked going into social gatherings and hanging out with people when it was just kind of me and a small group of friends or people. So basically you're not against going into large crowds of people, or it doesn't really make you anxious, but at the end of the day you would rather go and hang out with a small group of people or just kind of be at home doing your own thing. So I think that a social introvert is just somebody that doesn't really mind going into big groups of people, but would rather have it small or just be at home doing your own thing. And I felt like there was a little bit of time when I was growing up that I was kind of like that. So yeah, if you are more of a social introvert, I think a couple things that you need to also pay attention to is just that over time you're gonna need those times to be by yourself. So yeah, that's the first one, social introvert. So the second type of introvert that I want to talk to you guys about is called a restrained introvert. And basically what that is somebody that thinks a lot before they say the things that they're gonna say, or they think a lot before they do anything. Just somebody that if you're thinking too much and then things are moving too fast and you don't say anything, a lot of the time that just comes off as somebody being shy or quiet. And if you do view yourself as being more of a restrained introvert, then you might notice that when you wake up in the morning, you might not be the most energized or energetic person because you've woken up and you haven't really had time to warm up and get yourself in that situation where you'd be feeling that. And I think that's a great example to just kind of realize when you do wake up in the morning, are you a type of person that is just energized right away? Or does it take you time to like think about the things that you have to do and then to like kind of work your way up to energizing yourself? So if you are this type of introvert, I think that it's really smart to just like give yourself more time when you're trying to do things, because if you are a type of person that has to like warm yourself up to do something, then you're gonna wanna have that time to be able to do that. Let me know in the comments, is this somebody that you can like relate to? Do you feel like you're like this? So that's the second one. So the third one, and this one I feel like is something that maybe a lot of you guys have experienced before, but maybe you're not like this introverted all the time. But I feel like there's also like an anxious introvert. And what I mean by that is basically like you really don't put yourself in those situations where you're in groups of people or like in the spotlight of anything, because you're kind of nervous of the way that like you either come off, or like you're scared that you're gonna mess something up. And I think that there's definitely those like people out there that are very introverted to the point where it's just kind of, they're shy and they just don't want to say anything. And I've 100% been through these stages before where you just feel self-conscious about something, or you just feel like really weird and like you're not going to be able to do something right, and so then you just don't say anything or you don't do anything. So if you do view yourself as being like this, I feel like there's a couple things that you can do in order to help yourself when you're like in those situations where you might feel anxious. Now the first one is definitely prioritizing your time, realizing that you have to take time out of your day to like exercise and to think about the things that are actually making you anxious. Look up different ways to kind of help yourself in those different situations. Second thing is definitely just like exercising, being able to take your mind off of something or like exert energy. Another thing too, I think, is diet. I think that a lot of the time, like if it comes down to you just like picking a diet to stick to and eating healthy, or maybe you're already eating healthy, but just like switching up your diet and trying something new. I feel like those are different ways to kind of get your mind off of certain things and to, I don't know, try something that maybe you'll find that it makes you feel better. And definitely like opening up to family and telling people how you feel is one of the biggest things that you can do in order to kind of help yourself in those situations. So that is a different type of introvert, an anxious introvert. I feel like it's kind of the opposite of being a social introvert, but at the end of the day, like these are all different types of like introverts. So that is the third one. So the fourth type of introvert is called a thinking introvert. So this one is basically like someone, and I know a lot of you guys can relate to this, it's basically like when you just think so much that you're like in your own world. Now, I think a lot of the time, like this happens to everybody at a certain point, and it's either like, let's say you read a book or you watch a movie, there's like portions after like you read a book where you kind of just get into your own world thinking about like either what happened in the book, or if there was something crazy that happened in the book, and then you get into this like weird own world in your head of just thinking about it. I think that just like having an imagination and being able to think for yourself and get yourself in your own little world is a really good thing to be able to do every once in a while. So what's kind of interesting with like being a thinking introvert also is that if you do start like journaling, I think that it's really cool to be able to look back and like just see all of your thoughts on paper and to be able to remember all of them, because if you do think a lot and you have a really big imagination, sometimes you'll think of things and just forget them, but if you do write them down, you can go back and just like see all of them. If you are a thinking introvert, I think that it's really cool. I think that people need to like just think more and like get inside their own head and kind of think of different things that maybe not everybody is thinking about. So yeah, those are the 4 different types of introverts that I wanted to talk to you guys about: social introvert, an anxious introvert, a restrained introvert, and a thinking introvert. So yeah, I'm really curious to know which one you guys feel like you're most like. So leave me a comment down below, let me know which one, and I'm gonna go through and read them all. So that is today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I feel like I can also do this for extroverts as well. For those of you guys that are subscribed to my channel, I just wanted to say thank you guys. I just wanted to say thank you to all of you that have been here for so long. And also 2020 was definitely like a different type of year because I mean, all of this stuff was going on. And I think that it just like opened my eyes to like realize what is really important, like family and friends, and just like the things that are around you that you kind of take for granted every once in a while. And I feel like in 2021, I have some like really big thoughts and things that I want to do with this channel. And it's not going to be all relationship-based stuff. It's going to be kind of opening it up more and doing more like fun, like going out and doing things and trying new things. So that is something that I'm going to be introducing at the beginning of the new year. But yeah, I just wanted to thank you guys and wish all of you guys a happy new year. And I will see you guys in 2021. So yeah, I love you guys, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.